Hello and welcome back to Crosshatch Puzzles. We're here for another New York Times Daily Crossword Solve. Today is Tuesday, May 26th, 2026, and today's puzzle is by Brad Lively, his third contribution to the New York Times. And it's Tuesday, so we'll expect an early week, hopefully not too complicated grid with hopefully a fairly straightforward theme. Let's dive in and see what Brad Lively has for us for Tuesday, May 26th. Number not representable by Roman numerals. 0, I don't think, has a Roman numeral equivalent. What's the point of bullfighting? Do we want something like the bull's horn, or do we want the sword, or... I'm not sure what we're looking for there. Bryce Canyon State, I think, is Utah. What Thomas Carlyle called the dismal science for short. Not sure. Gusto could be something like zeal. Repetitive sound effect, maybe an echo. So this looks like maybe economics, econ. Highway, for example, a road. On the, way to the highway. Nice paired clues here. But I'm not sure what we want here. On ramp? Oh, on ramp. Yes, of course. Thus far. Oh, not zeal, but zest for gusto, because this will be to date, thus far. Sorry for the beep. School bake sale organization, the Parent Teachers Association. Ice cream drink is a malt. Aids for biting, sharp teeth, I guess. A theme clue, not sure what the revealer has to tell us just yet. Spot to keep a passport while traveling. I don't know. Valuable deposit, a deposit of metal or gold or whatever is an ore. Metal ore, gold ore, iron ore, etc. Cookies featured in Weird Al's The White Stuff. Those are Oreos. Finding Nemo setting, a coral reef, I guess. Maybe this is the horn, because this looks like a hotel safe. That makes sense. Simply unacceptable. Not it? Is that what we want? No. Not on. Food for thought is the phrase there. If the shoe fits, wear it. That's the full proverb, though you rarely hear, more commonly hear just the first part of it. Attribute for spotting what others miss. Oh, maybe not okay, because I think I want a keen eye here. So simply unacceptable, not okay. MLB official and ump. Condiment in potato salad informally. Mayo, mayonnaise. Customized bit of marketing, a targeted ad, I think, probably. Task for a line cook informally. Preparation. Moved like a kangaroo, hopped. Crevice is a gap. Yes, Captain, you might say. Aye, aye, Captain. That's a good tip for the future. Noted, you could say. This is in quotes, so we want an equivalent expression here. This is in quotes, but with a blank, so we need to fill in a blank. Blank of your business, none of your business. Copenhagener, for example. Someone from Copenhagen is from Denmark and is a Dane. Mountain visible from Anchorage, Alaska is Mount Denali. A little sun, not sure what we want there. Cuisine from Bangkok is Thai food. Home of Zee-nee-uh, the US's largest city whose name starts with an X. Ohio must be. My dear blank. My dear sir, you could start a letter that way. Desires, wants probably. Word after hand or band, a handsaw or a bandsaw. Lecture, a talk. Swanky shindig could be a gala. Cheerleaders, shout. Go team, I guess, probably. $50 an hour, for example, could be a rate. Connecticut Ivy, Yale in New Haven, Connecticut, an Ivy League school. What a scare might make you do. Jump, especially if it's a jump scare. Punch in the ring is a jab. A punch in the wrestling ring, boxing ring. Not wrestling, boxing. Game with the goal of running out of cards. Uno, I suppose. Actress de Armas, Ana de Armas of Knives Out. Huge props. Not sure what we want there. What the answers to the starred clues are collectively. Body of knowledge. That's very interesting. Okay. Many an embedded animation. A GIF. It's blowing in the wind. Air, I guess, is literally blowing in the wind. Settings for the pit and code black for short. ERs, emergency rooms. Online files for instruction manuals, often PDFs. And so we have GIF and PDFs intersecting here, which is fun. Military mind games for short. PSYOP, psychological operations. Rip-offs, I guess, is what we want here for awful deals. Closest peeps, your fam. A little sun, a dwarf star. I see what they're doing here. Declares as fact. Says so. Place in an overhead bin. To stow. So not a place, but to place in an overhead bin is to stow. Electrical resistance units. Those are measured in ohms. Patches up, say, sows. Senior dance parties at prom. You bet. You could say sure. And this is one given to insolence as a smart mouth. That's fun. Nutritional intake amount is the recommended daily intake or allowance. Within a stone's throw of is near, so allowance looks right. Assignment at a bowling alley, your lane. HRV and CRV automaker, the Honda makes those cars. Schuster's partner in publishing, Simon and Schuster. Daily delivery is the mail. Merit badge holder. Not a person who holds a merit badge, but a piece of clothing that holds a merit badge is a sash. Cheeky sort. Wise ass. I get it. Huge props. Mad something. Artist with the albums 19, 21, 25, and 30. Adele. Mad respect. Huge props. Mad respect. There we go. Pre-entree order informally, an appetizer. Lies ahead. What lies ahead? What awaits? Technique whereby a shirt is lowered into a pigmented bath is technique. It's not what I thought it was going to be. I thought it was going to be tie-dye. Picked out of a lineup informally. ID'd. Dip dye, I guess. Tickle Me Elmo toy maker is Tycho. Facepalm, dope, you could say. And this is in brackets to indicate that we want not a real word, but some kind of verbalization or action. And Myers of Late Night is Seth, so dip dye is what we have here. Okay. Good time for a Tuesday. Let's take a look at the theme. So we have the answers to the starred clues are collectively a body of knowledge. And so what we have in each of the theme answers is a body part being described as knowledgeable in some way. And so aids for biting are sharp teeth, but if reinterpreted, you could have sharp, meaning, brilliant, intellectual teeth. Here we have attribute for spotting what others miss is a keen eye, but reinterpreted, keen could be a sort of keen, knowledgeable, or intelligent. Here we have cheeky sort as a wise ass, but reinterpreted, you could have an ass, a bum, that is as wise. And here one given to insolence, a smart mouth rather, but reinterpreted, it could be just a smart mouth. So there you go. Those 4 theme answers make up your body of knowledge, which is fun. Other clues here. What's the point of bullfighting? Does end up being the horns, literally the pointy part of the bull. It's a what clue. So in a what clue, usually, especially early week, you'll have a question mark with it to indicate that you're not looking for an answer, a logical answer to this question, but you're looking for the thing that the what could refer to. What else? The dismal science ends up being economics, which is pretty funny. It's blowing in the wind is another one of these clues where you're looking for the thing that the it could be referring to, and in this case, very simply, air. I like the crossing of GIF and PDFs here. App is appliced clued as an application, a phone app, a digital, sort of a software, a piece of software, but in this case, we want it as appetizer, a pre-entree order. Yeah, I mean, these 2 longer non-theme entries on the downside, targeted at a customized bit of marketing, and a huge props for mad respect. I think those are both quite good, clever and fresh entries there. A little sun is good wordplay there. Not that you're grabbing some rays, but literally a little sun, could be a dwarf star. Did not know, I did sort of recognize Bryce Canyon, but I did not know about Zee-nee-uh, Ohio, so that's interesting. I wonder why it's named that. And yeah, dip dye, I suppose, is just I guess that's what that is. I don't know how else dyeing works. I'm not an expert on dyeing, but seems fairly straightforward. Yeah, and this one's ambiguous only in terms of the part of speech, but otherwise all fine. A very good and free-flowing grid for this Tuesday, May 26th, and a fun early week theme as well from Brad Lively. If you enjoyed this solve, please leave me a thumbs up, let me know. And if you want to know when I'm posting next, hit the subscribe button. You'll get those notifications. And we'll see you next time on Crosshatch Puzzles. Cheers.